Hello, awakened being. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video as you feel called to. Today's reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What you can expect for the next 30 days. Let's tune in. I am sensing like a block, or like maybe butting heads with another person, or butting heads with, I don't know, or like hitting a wall, metaphorically or physically. I don't know, but it feels more metaphorically. Just like hitting up against something, like being stalled or trying to find a workaround. Okay. Oof. Okay, that flew. Okay. All right, back of the deck, we got the Death card. Love it. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let me tune into the Death card here. We have Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Huh. Something is like slow. There's some sort of slow change. Because the energy is just moving really slow here. Like when I do Aries reading, like that's probably the fastest that messages and stuff come into me. But like with this, it just feels very slow. So you could be taking your time over the next 30 days, or a situation is really like taking its time. We got Five of Swords. Yeah, it feels like something is stalled, and I don't like it. So I don't know if you, I don't think you like it either. I don't know. But yeah, the energy is stalled here. Okay. Four of Wands. Let me get some oracle with this before I say what I'm feeling. Karmic Justice. Wait, there's another one there. Resilience. Clarify Four of Wands. Mysticism. Okay, I was picking up on like an avoidant person, or just somebody who's not being super like social or involved with somebody else. And so, or maybe they are involved with somebody else, because we do have Karmic Justice, but it, like I keep saying, this energy seems very like slow and stalled. And so Four of Wands is this card of union, coming together, celebration, marriage. But we have, you know, mysticism that came out as well. And so honestly, I feel like, and we have resilience, but there's also a fox. Foxes are very sly. They're associated with being very like, you know, sly, clever. But when somebody is like clever, they tend to outsmart another person. And so that gives them this bad rep of being manipulative. But really it's just, they're a fast thinker. So what am I getting here? Let me put it together. I just feel like somebody may not be super upfront with this mysticism about maybe something they're celebrating or something they want to move towards. But I do feel like that's setting off, like I feel like you're involved with another person, or tied to another person or situation in some way, and your decision to kind of Your decisions are making like this ripple effect. Let me pull one more card and see what's going on. Why the Four of Wands? The Spirit just said incognito. Incognito. So I wonder if there's like this event coming up or some sort of function, some sort of meeting, something like that. But there's somebody here who like wants to run away and hide, who doesn't want to go. You don't like a date perhaps. Maybe there's a date set and somebody's feeling like they want to bail out. There's something about like cold feet. And then with this resilience card and the fact that there's a fox who's like, very smart and like thinks and is wise, but it just kind of seems like maybe they're overthinking. They're overthinking the situation. And that could probably be leading to like cold feet. Okay, one more card for the Four of Wands, please. Impatience. Okay. So that could also be the reason for... So I just feel like within the next 30 days, there's this situation, event, something that could just use a little bit more time. Oops, sorry. It just seems like it could use a little bit more time. Because we do have karmic justice. And so I feel like this is kind of a little bit of a warning to where it's like, if you're going to, if you or another person that you're involved with that's showing up in this reading, whoever is like, being all mysterious and kind of slipping away, not being super upfront about information or what they want and things like that. Like I said, it has more of a ripple effect of like, the other person could see that behavior and interpret it as something that it's not. So, okay. So honestly, this is giving miscommunication. Okay, let me just move along and see if we circle back around to that. We got Page of Pentacles. Okay. And honestly, I heard Spirit say the boat has sailed, which also kind of, seconds this Death card here. All right, let's see what else is going on. Page of Pentacles. Protection. Ooh. Okay. Okay. There's a message here. So if somebody ghosts you, or you feel like you're ghosting somebody else or leaving a situation, it's something that is leaving or that you feel like leaving. It could be like a form of protection, like your gut instinct. Okay, what else? Perception. Depends on how you look at it. Okay, so then for some of you, okay, I got it. So with this is letting me know that there's two stories that I can see. One is somebody who's like getting cold feet about a particular situation, and that is them, protecting themselves, protecting their time, energy, resources. For others, you actually could be on the brighter side where you feel like this situation or person is worth protecting, worth growing and developing. Okay, so those are different stories, different messages for different people, but okay, I can see that. And for those of you who do feel like this situation or person is worth investing into, we do have karmic justice for that. But at the end of the day, I do feel like it's important to kind of take your time with it, because the Page of Pentacles is, the start of something. Okay. just kind of like crafting that boat, crafting that shift, crafting that connection to be able to sail, safely through emotions or what lies ahead. So I do feel like, this situation could use some patience. Um, and I do also feel, yes, okay, so the situation could use patience, but I also don't feel like you should be super transparent about something. Um, but maybe that's a message for a different person because we do have this protection. So I do feel like on one end there's somebody tuning in or in the energy that I'm picking up on who is not being transparent and feel like they just want to slip away. But there's another person who could be too transparent, and there could be this message of like protecting yourself from that and kind of wading the water, seeing how things form naturally and safely together. Okay. Oh, man, this reading is a little bit confusing, so I hope you're, like I said, use your discernment and just take what messages are for you in your situation. All right, anything else? But definitely for any situation here, like I said, I do feel like patience is needed, but not to be too guarded to where you're unable to form connection or to, build stability and actually invest and connect. All right, anything else? Yeah, I do remember seeing that Five of Swords. This could also just be like, didn't I say, yeah, as soon as I tuned in, there was this energy of button heads. So it could also feel like just the conflict with that. And that's making somebody retreat or feel like, the door is closed or, that they need kind of time to kind of like, how do we open the door? How do we navigate together? I get it. Okay. And with that too, with the Five of Swords, that can indicate, conflicts, but also somebody being quick to speak. And we did also have like Queen of Swords here. And so with this card, when I was talking about the fox, it could be that somebody here could feel insulted, to be honest. Or maybe like not smart enough, because it just seems like one person could have said something witty or hurtful, clever, something like that, and the other person could feel like they're stupid or that they wasted their time or something. Goodness gracious. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. All right, now we have the Hierophant. So I do feel like either way, no matter what your situation is, there's something that you're learning from this experience, whether it's to protect yourself or whether it's to, keep a positive mindset, look towards the future and not the past, be a little bit more patient and not speaking so quickly, or becoming aware of your habits and when you're withdrawing and when you need to like stay to confront things and smooth things over, right? So I just feel like the Hierophant is coming with a lot of lessons. This is also a card of marriage as well. So we have two cards that indicate potential marriage or a bond. So yeah, and we do have Page of Pentacles, okay? So for some of you, you could be involved with a person or a situation that you feel like is fated, like fated with the Fated. I know sometimes it's hard to understand me, but I do feel for most of the people watching, you could like already be married. But again, if this has nothing to do with marriage, then it's about just the lessons that you're learning with this particular situation before you move on. Because again, Death card is at the back of the deck, meaning that a certain cycle has ended for a new one to begin. So This could be, awareness to certain habits that could be impacting or shutting down certain opportunities for you. Okay. Have a card for the Hierophant, please. Yeah, union. Okay. All right. We got that. So for a lot of you, this has to do with a relationship. And I did feel that because we have Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. So you could be, dealing with somebody with air or earth in their chart. And let's see. Anything else with Hierophant? Passion. Okay, so there's love here. You got a lot of love cards. There's passion. You got union. You got Four of Wands. You got and karmic justice. So yeah, you got a lot of good cards here that say that you're in union, that you're connecting, that things feel good. They feel right. But I don't know. I just got this energy of cold feet and keeping things under wraps. So, maybe this could have to deal with like giving the information to another person. So like let's say you're going to get married or planning for a party or something like that, but you're keeping it hidden from like your family members or, a friend that you feel like is going to overreact. Okay? So that could be a message there. But there's a lot of good energy here, but I do feel like, yeah, there could be some cold feet or just like trying to keep things under wraps, trying not to rush. Okay. Give me another tarot. Any overall message here about this situation? Because it felt a little messy at first. I do feel like with the butting heads, it could be that, just trying to come to an agreement about something. Anything else? Okay. Give me an overall message here for the next 30 days. Hangman. Okay. And we got the Emperor. Okay. So with the Hangman, this is somebody who takes their time. We're used to, walking on our feet, but the Hangman hangs his head down so that he can see from a different perspective. And you also have the Perception card. So I do feel like for this to really flow and be aligned, well, not be aligned, but like for this to be remedied, whatever challenges that are presented or come up within the next 30 days, for it to really kind of smooth out, it's really going to take seeing another person's perspective. Okay, so we have the Hangman, we have Perception, and we have Passion and Union. So definitely just making sure that you're trying to see eye to eye. Okay. Let's go ahead with your last card. Well, also with the Emperor, I'll just say it. And we have Two of Cups. You guys, this is a very nice reading. So I just want to reiterate that because we were talking about a little bit of drama in the beginning, but I do see that kind of smoothing out and there being underlying like love. With the Emperor here, I just feel like somebody is trying to like lead or like dominate conversation, or something like that. And really this situation needs more union in it. Okay, so maybe it starts out with like I said, one person making all the decisions or something like that, but there's a way for you to come together with another person or to make it work best. All right. Okay, intention. Who just had this card? I think it was Cancer. So that could be prominent in your chart as well. So we've got intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Okay. Okay. So there's this message channel that just came through of like, There's no reason to be worried. You don't need to worry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. Okay. So that was your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope it made sense and you were able to take what messages resonated and left what didn't. Okay. Good luck on the rest of your journey. Take care.